What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Mdawgwhiskey. I'm Matt, and today we got a super exciting bottle to talk about. This is something I've been wanting to get my hands on personally for quite a while, and so we got a fresh crack today. And today we're going to be talking about Dream Spirits Straight Rye Whiskey. So, we're going to get it opened up and then we'll talk a little bit about this bottle, what makes it cool, what makes it special, and see what it tastes like also. Because I don't know. Let me try and get this plastic off it. They got a good setup on here. Let's see if we can get this glass topper. So I don't know if it'll be any sort of cork pop. Not bad though. Not bad. Let's get it poured up. Okay, so Dream Spirits Straight Rye Whiskey. For those of you who don't know, Dream Spirits is a new brand. I believe they just started coming to the market 2023, maybe early 2024. So this is straight rye whiskey, single barrel cask strength. This is coming in at 59.1 ABV. So we're talking 118.2 proof, 5 years old, distilled in Indiana. And this is also barrel number I-001. So I believe this is the first Indiana rye released from Dream Spirits. So get in the shop, looking good. For those of you who don't know, Dream Spirits was started by the legend in the spirits industry, Prav Sarov. So Prav has been known in the industry for a super long time. He has a couple stores here in DC, and he has been a curator of hard to get special bottles, things. If there's a bottle you've ever seen or thought of, he can get it for you if you have the money. And just an insane collection, super cool source. He's been known for his single barrel picks for many years, and basically has decided to just start buying his own, sourcing his own barrels, create his own label, and instead of dealing with going through another brand or another label to do a single barrel store pick, he's just sourcing the barrels and putting his label on it. So super cool. I love the idea. I've been interested in his stuff for a while, and this is the first bottle I've gotten my hands on. So 5-year-old Indiana single barrel rye at cask strength. I'm gonna assume or guess that this is the 95.5 mash bill from MGP, 95% rye, 5% malted barley, but I'm not positive. So let's get into it, and we'll talk a little more about why I think this is cool, why I like this idea, and why this is special. So right off the bat, nosing it, 118 proof, not really showing at all. Some creamy green characteristics in there. Maybe a little bit of mint or basil. Kind of some grassy notes as well. So why I really like this is an issue you'll see when businesses want to select a single barrel from a brand or distillery. They're limited to what that brand or distillery has to offer. So maybe they only offer you 3 to 5 barrels. And if you don't really like them, or they don't necessarily align with your palate, it might be a pretty few and far between opportunity. So a lot of times you might just pull the trigger on it and you have a single barrel that you don't necessarily love. It's not bad per se, but it's not exactly what you had in mind. Where basically what Prav is now doing is he is buying a whole bunch of barrels, or as many as he can get his hands on, from different distilleries, different brands that and he's able to have the variety of bourbons, rise of lower age down to 5 years. I know I've seen other barrels of his right around that 9 or 10 year old range, and from different distilleries. So basically, you're able to kind of curate what you like, what your palate likes, and have these barrels sitting on hand, as well as being able to decide, oh, I really like how this is drinking right now. Let's dump this barrel. Or now that he has the barrel and he owns it, he can say, oh, I think it needs to age a little bit longer. This barrel might drink really well in 6 to 18 months. Let's let it sit and come back to it. And this is a single barrel, but also giving yourself the opportunity of having multiple barrels to make a small batch product curated to exactly what he wants or what he thinks his customers might want. So, like in the palace, it opens up a little more sweetness coming through, but still a nice level of spice or characteristics that you can tell this is a rye whiskey. So, let's go in for the first sip. Cheers. I like that. I, wow. For only being 5 years old, has a lot more complexity than you might expect. But a hot take from me and others, like I said, me and Bernie over at Chats Liquors, check them out on YouTube, Chats Liquors on YouTube. Me and Bernie always talk about how we feel like rye whiskey um, ages so much faster than a bourbon does, that a 5 year old rye drinks more similarly to an 8 plus year old bourbon. And that really on rye whiskey, that kind of, I don't know, 5 to 8 year is your money spot, 4 to 8 year, 5 to 8 year. Where in whiskey, a lot of times you want it to be a little bit older than that for a more premium product, or what you would say is ideal. But I mean, this at 5 years old and 118 proof, I love this. Yeah, a little bit of like honeysuckle on the palate. Some mild, like some sweet honey, but also a nice green freshness mixed in there. That creaminess carries on over in the palate as well. And at 118 proof, this drinks like a 90 proof whiskey. It is drinks extremely well. So I love the concept of this. I love the idea of this. And this bottle's great too. He kind of offers so much variety, from single barrels to batch products, from cask strength to a proof down product, that he kind of covered the whole gambit of price ranges. So basically what I saw available, you have options from $50 all the way up to $150. And that's probably among 4 different offerings. So kind of has a special bottle at a price point for anyone. And I've been slacking on ryes in my collection. So I love rye. I just don't buy it as much as I wish I would. So wanted to grab this one, throw it in there, and yeah, definitely not disappointed at all. Mm. So beautiful. It's surprisingly not as much of the like black pepper that you expect or you get from a lot of ryes. It drinks a little bit on the sweeter side for me. Um, I personally don't mind that. I know some people who really want that rye for that aggressive, bold, kind of in your face spice. This might drink a little too sweet for you, but for me, I really enjoy it. I really like this. And I definitely sit right around that probably 8.25 range on this bottle. Extremely impressed with it for right around $50. And it has me excited to try other offerings from them. And it's got me excited also because this is something I would love to have one day. I'd love to be able to source barrels, create my own label, and hand pick those products to put into, excuse me, a single barrel offering under my own label and be able to kind of curate that flavor profile myself. So, yeah, an 8.25. I hope that's what I just said, but 8.25. I love it. I'm a big fan of Dream Spirits and eager to start grabbing a few more bottles from them and, kind of go through his whole gambit. I'd love to see where this is going to lead for him in the next several years. And, mm, wow, I love it. Um, yeah, a little spearmint coming through. A little spearmint, but I still kind of like that honeysuckle I'm going with. Um, Nice sweet mint. Beautiful, beautiful whiskey. I love it. If you have ever tried any of the Dream Spirits bottles, let me know down in the comment or down in the comments. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on another one or two soon and talk to you about those as well. So super excited for this and thank y'all for tuning in and I'll catch you next time. Cheers, everybody.